mediation efforts by Kuwait are still underway. This crisis in the Gulf has been going on for over a week now. We expect that later on Tuesday we will hear from the Emir of Kuwait with some more detail about how those talks are going, exactly what's been happening on both sides. But joining us now for some more information is Wada Hanfa, the former Director General of the Al Jazeera Network and now President of the Sharq Forum. Thank you for joining us on TRT. My first question to you is about Al Jazeera. It's under blockade as well by Saudi and the Saudi bloc. Do you think the Emir of Qatar would be prepared to sacrifice Al Jazeera if it meant getting his relationship with his neighbours back on track?
I do believe that the issue of Al Jazeera is not new. From 1996, from 1997, early 1997 until today, Al Jazeera is an issue in the Gulf related to the relationship between Qatar and the rest. And Qataris consistently refused, actually, to sacrifice the integrity of Al Jazeera for the sake of trading their relationship positively with the Saudis and the Emiratis and the rest of the people in this region. In my opinion, no. The answer is no. Qatar cannot do this because if you look at what Qatar word in this region mean, Al Jazeera is too much attached to it. And it is a great asset for Qatar. And Qatar has been benefiting a lot from hosting Al Jazeera in the region and internationally. So why would they sacrifice the most important asset that this country has?
In some of your recent writing, you have said that this dispute isn't about Iran or Hamas or Hezbollah. It's about power, and it's about Saudi Arabia wanting to maintain the status quo that existed before the Arab Spring, trying to control history, so to speak. Could you explain what you meant by that?
Actually, the Saudis in this region, of course, and the Emiratis at the same time, they are thinking that this region that has gone through huge strategic vacuum and geopolitical vacuum, they could play a major role of restructuring it in the way that they think it suits their interest. Now, by doing so, the only country in this region that might have different opinion on issues related to the Saudi and Emirati line of thinking related to the forces in the region, be it the Arab Spring forces, the counter-revolutionary forces, be it the relationship with the Sisi regime or with Libya regime, is Qatar actually, through Al Jazeera and through the Qatari foreign policy. So they would like first to have one opinion in this region, and that opinion, of course, is going to be opposite to what Qatar stands for, and therefore Qatar has to change its policy. So yes, it is about the issue of power. It's about the issue of confiscating the sovereign, concept from the Qatari foreign policy and make it in a way or another part of this domain, which is led by the Saudis and the Emiratis as far as the foreign policy is concerned.
You have been critical of the Saudi bloc. But has Qatar also been naive in its own foreign policy, thinking that it could be everyone or everything to everyone? And in the end, it hasn't turned out to be as easy as that in this sort of complicated region.
A strategic blunder, actually. Miscalculation, huge miscalculation about the impact of a move like this on the region and the regional powers. Of course, this region is going through a state of flux. There is a lot of things happening in this region that do not allow one particular actor to reshape the balance of power in the region based on his own imagination. You have Turkey, which has proven very important as far as this crisis is concerned. You have Iran as well, which shares with Qatar gas resources, and it is very close to the region. So impossible that the Saudis could have their own way, even if that way means using such a blockade or even military, because I think the region itself will not allow that to happen. And in my opinion, the international impact of this crisis as well is very interesting. Neither the Germans or the French, even the American administration, beside the Trump personally, I think they have a different opinion about the impact of this, and they view it as another cause of instability in the region.
Wada Hanfa, thank you for joining us on TRT World. That's the former Director General of the Al Jazeera Network and now the President of the Sharq Forum. You can see that trying to resolve this diplomatic crisis is going to be very difficult indeed. All sides have been working on it, but so far Qatar is still under blockade from the land, sea and air by some of its most important Gulf neighbours.